the author of Crypto Assets and DeFi Tracker, available on Amazon. The link's below. When you become a real fiend and you start collecting a whole bunch of different coins and NFTs, you're going to want to keep track of them. So I'm here to tell you today how you can become wealthy buying Bitcoin. Basically, just buy some Bitcoin. You can buy Bitcoin on Coinbase. It could take you 5 minutes. You can buy Bitcoin on CashApp. I have links below if you want to. You know, it helps me out. It gives me like a few dollars if you use my link. Then you can send your other friends links, and then you can get that some money. So basically, you just get some because Bitcoin has been going only steadily up for 13 years now. And there are many, many wealthy people who bought literally $5 worth of Bitcoin. Literally. That's why I'm always telling all of my friends, get some Bitcoin. If you have $1, get $1. You know, if you have $100, get $100. If you have 1,000, get 1,000. If you have 10,000, get 10,000. You know, on and on. So because it's this most amazing asset, which is just appreciating. And the thing about Bitcoin is that there will only ever be 21 million created. And right now there's 18 million in circulation. I was just saying 17, but I realize now it's up to 18. And, you know, it's called Bitcoin scarcity. It's like, you can even Google Bitcoin shortage. So that's why even when we crash, we come back. Because when we crash, all of the institutions, all of the people who really understand Bitcoin are buying it up. I understand it. Anyone who's been in it for a while, we understand it. The big institutions understand it, no matter, you know, even though they've been getting on the news, you know, for the past years saying it's no good, they have been buying it, and now they are like publicly all in. I think Goldman Sachs, all of the banks, Chase Morgan, JP Morgan, JP Morgan up until a year and a half ago was like, oh no, this is garbage, this is no good. And now they are talking about their Ethereum trust, their Bitcoin trust, because it is the future and no one can stop it. So there's only really one way to deal with Bitcoin, and that is to get on board and to buy some. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe, the bell button, and all. That way you can get all of my live streams, and you can come on, you can ask me any question. You can just type it in there, or if you have the number, you can call. So yeah, you can. So I just want to tell a few stories though, right? You know, when Bitcoin starts going up, all of your friends come out of the woodwork and they're like, oh, I bought some Bitcoin, but I don't remember where it is or where I bought it. What's my username? What's my password? So that's my biggest warning today. I just want to tell you these stories. And I'm going to create a very small crypto tracker. So you can write a little book that you can write your name, the name of the exchange, your username, and your password. Or, you know, you can encode your password, however you want to do that. And then also I want to have a thing where you can send it to me and I'll write it down. You know, Joanna Barrymore has bought Bitcoin on Kraken. You know, it doesn't matter the year or anything like that. You just have to know where it is and your username, because you can't just be like, I have an account. Doesn't work that way. So, I mean, generally you can find stuff in your emails. You'll be able to track it, but a lot of people have lost it. There's one guy, I do believe it was in the UK, and he was an early miner. A lot of these early miners, they had, you know, so many Bitcoin, but back then it wasn't worth anything. It was worth like 0.002 cents for one Bitcoin. So they got like 100, 200 Bitcoin, and then he ended up like throwing his computer away. Maybe his computer crashed, he threw it away, whatever. And now he's like petitioning the government in this place to be able to go into the landfill and get his computer out, because they have them in containers and they know where it is. So far they've denied him access to get it, but eventually somebody will pay enough money and they will go in and they'll get that computer out of the landfill. So there's so many Bitcoin stories like this. There's a famous Bitcoin pizza story. A guy spent like 10,000 Bitcoin for a pizza, something like that. Some incredible amount that will be worth millions and millions of dollars today. So that's the thing about Bitcoin. It appreciates so amazingly. And that's the reason why all these banks, that's the reason why Elon Musk is buying it. That's the reason why in the last crash, you know, where a lot of the newbies are freaking out, Square bought a bunch. People are, you know, the corporations are buying it up when the dips happen. What is it at right now? So we're coming out of our dip, and I've been in many technical analysis. People say, oh, we're on the straight road to 70,000 for one Bitcoin. Right now it is around 50,000. Let me look. It is 50,550, 42 cents. So that's why it is so valuable, because the price keeps going up. There's scarcity. Everyone understands that the technology, the blockchain technology and the original Bitcoin program that was created is so genius, and it's proven the test of time. It is the longest running network that hasn't gone down, because since a blockchain is so many nodes and computers, there are thousands all over the world, so it can't go down. Then Bitcoin, I think it did go down one time in the early days from something, but whatever it was something that will not happen again. And it's the biggest computer network in the world. Nobody owns it. No government owns it. Nobody can stop it. If the United States outlaws it tomorrow, it will not stop. Many countries outlaw it, like China, India, Pakistan. These countries, they'll outlaw it, and then they'll bring it back, and they'll outlaw it and bring it back, because they realize they really can't. The only way is to get in. So now there's a bit of a government race, like which government can get the most Bitcoin, because this is the valuable asset to have. And whatever government, whatever people are owning this Bitcoin are the wealthy of the future. So this is how you can get wealthy in Bitcoin. Like, you can buy some today. Maybe you buy, you just start putting your money there. Just stop going out to eat. Stop, you know, cut your cable off. You know, it's just do whatever you can do. Save that money, put it into Bitcoin over the next year. And then, you know, there's a chance that it'd be like 10 times more. Whatever money you put in there, easily by the end of the year could be 10 times more. Not financial advice. I'm not saying it is going to, but it is going in that direction, and many financial people believe that. And that's why Elon Musk and these people are putting their assets, instead of having it sitting around in the dollar, which isn't doing anything but getting less valuable every year, they're putting it in the Bitcoin, where it's more valuable. So that's how you get rich with Bitcoin. You just buy it. And the most important thing is that if we have a dip like we had last week, don't sell it. Let's see, there's the dip coming back up. And the 20-day moving average looked amazing. I don't trade, so I just hold on to it. You just hold on to it. And the important thing is to remember where you bought it, and where to, if you have a wallet number, you need to have your wallet number. If you have a seed phrase, you need to have your seed phrase. If you buy more than just a few thousand, it's probably, and you just want to buy it and just wait and come back later and see how it is. You can put it in the hardware wallet. We're going to do that tomorrow, because I got a new hardware wallet. It's good to have several. I think it's good to have several, because I don't know, you just never know. You don't know what the future brings, and it's not good to have all of your stuff in just one place. It's called diversification of wallets. All right, that's all I'm going to say today. Smash the like, share with your friends. Get some today. If you don't have any, you just get some. You can get $10 worth, I think, on Coinbase, or $20. You can even get $1 on CashApp. So what if, like, once a week you just bought $1? Like, you could be wealthy in the future. Like, that is really a possibility. So it would be $52 a year. And, you know, at the rate that it's going up exponentially, a lot of people are thinking it's going to be 300,000 by the end of the year. We don't know, but the thing is, if you want to be wealthy, this is the #1 best way that you can do it right now. Especially if you don't have experience, you're not good at math, you don't know anything about business. I've been doing business for years. I have written several books. I'm an artist. I have an abs class you can come to. I think this in there. We do abs, even abs 3 times a day on Zoom. Of course, you only come once. I mean, you only do the abs once. You know, I have so many businesses, and business is very, very difficult. So much work, and I mean, for me, the only really gains I've made is in Bitcoin. The other stuff has just been huge amounts of work. And even this, you know, I haven't made 1 penny doing these YouTubes. Nothing. I mean, hopefully in the future I'll be popular. Everybody's going to want me to walk them through the basics of Bitcoin. Everybody wants to come here and ask me your silly questions, the ones you're too embarrassed to ask somewhere else. And I can explain it to you in a non-mathematical and understandable way. So that's the way to get wealthy with Bitcoin. Also getting into altcoins, small altcoins, if you know what you're doing, can make you a lot of money. Don't get this Bitcoin Cash. A lot of these in the top 10. Here, let me just give you a little hint. I say this all the time, and I keep repeating because all my friends, no matter what I tell them, they still go and they buy XRP, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. I'm not saying, you know, some banks and big people have bought this. I have a crypto friend that has a lot of Litecoin. Let me look at Litecoin. I sold mine a long time ago. So here's Litecoin. Don't buy Litecoin. It's foolish. Some people, although they're very smart, they're very good programmers, they can trade, they can do money. Sometimes I don't understand the basics. And the basics is the height of Litecoin was in 2018. In 2018, there was this insane bubble, this huge pump. Bitcoin went crazy, and all the other coins also went up like that, like crazy. I'm going to do another video because this is another subject. I'm going to explain it. All right, I'm just going to hang up and come back. Just get some Bitcoin. That's how you're going to get rich. I am serious. You know, I've told all my friends, I have friends, you know, they bought $10 worth, and they're like, look, I'm really starting to make money. And once you kind of get in there, you know, I have friends who are like, okay, I'm putting in, you know, dollar cost averaging $5 a week. You're not waiting. Is the price too high? Is the price too low? This does not concern you. You just get some, you know, with the amount of money you have at that time. And if you see the price dumping like crazy, which we had last year with the stock market crash, and then we also had quite a bear market before that, you see the price is super low, you just, you know, get a second job and buy as much as you can, and don't sell when it crashes. And when it goes up really super high, you can take out your initial investment. Say you put in $1,000 and all of a sudden you have like $10,000. You can just take out your $1,000 and then go spend that, pay your bills, whatever. And that way it's impossible to lose money in Bitcoin. You hear a lot of people are always talking out of their fears. You know, most people, that's how they're living. They don't understand. They don't have the calm to not just freak out and sell when it starts crashing. So that's the only thing. If you have this information beforehand, you're like, okay, it's going to dip, it's going to go down, it's going to look scary. I'm going to be like, oh no, I'm losing all my money. Oh no, Bitcoin's no good. I mean, even I did it last week. I was like, oh no, maybe we're all on this euphoric high, and you know, it's going to go down and stay down for 3 years like it did before. But even then I was not tempted to sell. I was just like, okay, well, you know, focus on something else, basically. So that's how you do it. And I am going to have a small paid group on these, how to get the smaller coins, because that's where you can make even way more money. You got to have your Bitcoin because it is a store of value. It's a gold standard of crypto, and you need it for the future. But you just get it and you save it. You don't have to see how's Bitcoin doing, this, that, and the other. But the smaller coins is more complicated because they're newer projects. They have the capacity to fail. All right, I'm going to do a next video on why you should not buy Litecoin or Bitcoin Cash unless you are a trader.